boy. Everybody is having to chime in on this Angel Reese debacle, this mess, this nastiness, this Angel Reese Chicago Sky train wreck. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification. Sophie the Trophy, Sophie Cunningham, one half of the Indiana Fever Blonde Bombers, has came out and spoke on this Angel Reese nonsense, this unprofessional crap that's going on in Chicago is being run like the local liquor. Actually, shout out to the local liquor stores because y'all run better than this. This is some of the most unprofessional stuff I've seen. This girl is refusing to play in games, plural with an S. She has quit on the team after blasting her teammates. Now you have people in the Chicago Sky media caping for her. You got executives, random, anonymous. Be careful when you hear anonymous, because if they don't want to put their face or their name on it, it's usually some BS. That's what I learned. Put a face on it. Put a name on it. We got these anonymous executives talking about she needs to get traded from Chicago, which could be true. But none of that takes away from the fact that she threw her teammates under the bus and just flat out disrespected the coach in the media. That doesn't take away from that. Let's take a look at what Sophie Cunningham had to say. Sophie, we miss you. We miss you on the Indiana Fever. Get healthy. Get healthy. We need you back with Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hall. Trace Leches. We need y'all back, man. Let's take a look at what Sophie Cunningham had to say about this Angel Reese nonsense.
Oh, that's not great. And like, I get when you're losing and it's been a frustrating season, like everyone is feeling those emotions. And when I say everyone, like it's not just her, like I'm sure her teammates feel it, her coaches feel it, the organization, the fans, like literally everyone feels that. And there's some things that there's just some things that you just can't say. And I think one of my biggest things is I'm a very team first person. Like I always put the team before my feelings. And I think that should be a standard. And so you got to protect your locker room.
That's it right there. There's more for her to say, but she said there's some things you just don't say, which I feel is common sense. It's common sense. You don't get on camera in the media and go and say what you said. You said Courtney Vandersloot's name, girl. You said her name. You don't get on camera and do that. But she had a drastic injury. For you to say her name and say, yeah, she old, I don't think she can come back. We need to go on and get somebody younger. You don't do that. That's insanity. That is insanity. And anybody that is caping for the behavior that she has displayed, you are a part of the problem. Stop allowing this. You guys are enabling this nonsense. Let me run back some of what Sophie Cunningham had to say.
Great. Like I'm sure her teammates feel it, her coaches feel it, the organization, the fans, like literally everyone feels that. And there's some things that there's just some things that you just can't say. And I think one of my biggest things is I'm a very team first person. Like I always put the team before my feelings. And I think that should be a standard. And so you got to protect your locker room. And so you just can't be saying everything you're feeling, because that just is not a good look. And then your teammates feel a certain way and that causes division in the locker room.
And that is why Angel Reese has to go. Beyond the fact of her quitting on the team, refusing to play in games. Beyond that, what Sophie Cunningham just brought up, what Unc and Ocho, Chad Johnson and Shannon Sharp brought up was, how do you go back in the locker room now? How do you get back in the locker room? You have broken the locker room. You've broken it. You cannot say that about your teammates publicly. Whether you feel that way or not, you cannot do that. And that part of what Sophie Cunningham said is why Angel Reese will not be putting on a Chicago Sky uniform again. That's the reason why. You keep cooking, Sophie. You cooking.
So it's just protect your locker room at all costs. And I'm sure she regrets saying that. Don't get me wrong. But man, there's just some things that everyone probably knows, but you just can't say. You got to let the front office. You can have those conversations behind closed doors, but to say it in media, is kind of brutal, I think.
Yeah, that's brutal. That is definitely brutal. It's definitely brutal. And you can tell that her teammates took it that way. They did not appreciate that. Her teammates didn't appreciate her saying that about them at all. And you can't blame them. You can't say they're sensitive. I see people now twisting this to make it a Angel Reese is the victim thing. No. Angel Reese is not the victim here. I saw some video with some dude talking about, them suspending Angel Reese has just made it easier for for people to come at her and her to be a victim. Like, bro, stop it with all this victim stuff. Stop it. All this did was make it easier for people to target her. What? She targeted her own teammate. If she doesn't get on camera and blast her teammates, throw Courtney Vandersloot under the bus, throw Rachel Banham under the bus, throw Haley Van Lith under the bus, throw the head coach under the bus. We're not talking about this. Angel Reese did this. But you guys are going to continuing to try to spin it and make it seem like she's the victim. How's Courtney Vandersloot not the victim? She's the one with a torn ACL trying to recover who was thrown under the bus publicly. How is she not a victim? How's Haley Van Lith, who's a rookie in this league, trying to figure it out, dealing with an ankle injury? How's she not a victim? But Angel Reese is. Angel Reese did this. Like, it's crazy. She did this. It was a mistake. We've heard multiple people say, hey, man, you don't do that. You can feel that way. We watch Shannon Sharp say, I'm a Hall of Famer. There's teammates I've had that I feel like suck, but I would never say that publicly. And there was times where maybe I suck, but my teammates didn't say that publicly. What do you don't do that. Y'all share a locker room together. Y'all on the planes together. Y'all on the hotels together. Y'all are going to battle together. And the crazy thing is, when your ass was shooting 20-some% on layups to start the year, none of them said that about you. None of them said that about you. This is wild, man. Nasty work. Listen, I'm rolling with one half of the Blonde Bombers, what Sophie Cunningham had to say on this situation. That was nasty. You don't do that to your teammates. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think about this. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.